Okay. I'm live right now. So for today's video, I prepare something. Let me show you. The first viewer, what's up, bro? Okay, the goal for today is to have at least one new subscriber. Bro, I will put the counter right here. Right now, I have 24 subscribers. My goal for today is to have at least one more subscriber. So let's go and let me show you. Because I prepare a video from Alex Hormozi. If you don't know who is Alex Hormozi, is the one who wrote this book, 100 Million Offers. How to make offers so good people feel stupid saying no. It's an amazing book. I'm reading this book. So, okay. So I prepare a video from him to watch and analyze, and if it's possible to apply to my business. So I will share screen. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Okay. Reading is okay. But right now I can't see the counter. Okay, here's the counter and I can't see me. Bro, wait. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. I prepared this video because Alex Hormozi, I see Alex Hormozi like one of the greatest business owners, is a big inspiration for me. So I choose this video because he will give some tips to start a business in 2026. So I chose this specific video for that reason. And I recommend you this book, 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. I think that is a very powerful book, so I'm reading this book right now, and I think it's very powerful. I will take some notes right here because this is a very powerful and valuable information. Okay. Today's goal, at least one more subscriber. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. 0 viewers right now. No problem. It's okay. 0 viewers. Okay, a message for me in the future. Probably right now I only have one subscriber, one viewer, sorry. But in the future, probably I will have, please, a billion viewers. 1 year from now, please, a billion viewers would be amazing, bro. I hope I have 1 billion viewers a year from now. Okay.
In 2016, I
Wait. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's perfect. I'm ready. Okay. 0 viewers in this moment. Please, I hope in the future I have at least 1 billion viewers, bro. 1 billion viewers. No problem.
$1,000 to my name, sleeping on a gym floor.
Okay.
In 2016, I had $1,000 to my name, sleeping on a gym floor. 9 years later, I broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest selling nonfiction book and generated over $106 million in sales in a weekend. In this video, I'm going to show you how I'd build a business if I started all over. So first, in this video, I'm going to show you how I'd build a business if I started all over. So first, either sell. I'm going to show you how I'd build a business if I started all over. So first,
the core strategy. Okay. How to build a business. First, the core strategy. Okay, let's continue.
Either sell extremely expensive stuff to a select few or sell something super cheap to everyone. The middle is where people...
That's completely true because most people sell a standard product to standard people and try to sell to everyone, and most of the time that fell hard, bro. But when you choose between sell a very expensive product or sell a very cheap product, if you select a very cheap product, more people can buy your stuff. And if you sell a very expensive product, you need to choose to which people you have to sell that product, because in info products area, we sell high ticket products to $1,000, $2,000, $2,500, and you need to be sure if that person have the money to pay that stuff, because not all people have the money to pay $1,000 for an example, a mentorship or a course, and you need to be very selective when you choose a very expensive product.
So fundamentally, all businesses have the cost of getting customers and what you make from those customers as the core economic arbitrage that makes a business a business. You have a more efficient way of taking resources and allocating them to get superior throughput on the other side. That's literally what a business is. Why did I start with sell really expensive stuff or sell really cheap stuff? Let's dive in. So having worked with thousands of businesses now, I can tell you that it is significantly easier when you're starting to sell extremely expensive to a select few. And the reason for that is that you have to make enough money to be able to...
Okay. You have to make enough money to be able to serve the masses. Okay.
Serve the masses. So if you look at Tesla as a great case study for this. Tesla started with a $250,000 Roadster.
Money holds power over us, but we're going to take that power back.
Clearly sell a case study for this. Tesla started to be able to...
I will take notes of that. Okay.
Serve the masses. So if you look at Tesla, that is that you have to make enough to sell extremely expensive to a select few. Sell really expensive. to get superior throughput on the other side. That's literally what a business is. Why did I start with sell really expensive stuff or sell really cheap stuff? Let's dive in. So having worked with thousands of businesses now, I can tell you that it is significantly easier when you're starting to sell extremely expensive to a select few. And the reason for that is that you have to make enough money to be able to serve the masses.
Okay, in my case, I think that I can't sell right now a very expensive product because I'm starting right now. So I think that people will say, why I will buy you something for $1,000, $20,000 if you have no experience. So in my case, I think that for this moment, I will choose to sell a very cheap product to a very high amount of people because right now I have no experience. So for me it's very difficult because I work as a growth operator, as a content manager, as a I forget the name of that, as a growth expert, as a setter, appointment setter, and but I think that I don't have enough experience to sell a very expensive product right now. For this moment in time, I'm not able to sell a very expensive product, and I also offer a service, not a product. So I think that offer a service for $1,000. I think that in this moment it's very difficult because people is like, why I will choose you and not Alex Hormozi or Iman Ghazi or whatever. So I think that in my case I will choose a very
So if you
cheap
look
product.
at Tesla as a great case study for this, Tesla started with a $250,000 Roadster, clearly selling to a select few. And it was like a beta test car, so like it definitely wasn't like completely street ready, all this stuff. But from the few that they were able to make, they were able to get enough money or enough proof of concept to then eventually get to making the S, right? And then after making the S,
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
to then eventually get to making the S.
That's
right?
a very
and
good
then
example.
after making the S for a few years, then they were able to work their way down and make the Model 3. And so the idea is that you start high and then you can work your way down. And so despite what most people
Okay, start high and
and so the idea is
that's
that
very
you start
important, bro.
high and then you can work your way down. And so despite
start high, then work your way down. Okay.
Despite what most people believe, one of the simplest ways to create an expensive offer is to sell your time one-on-one, even if it's unscalable. Now, I'll give you a personal story, and then I'm going to sell you on why I think this is actually useful. When I started my personal training business, which was a gym on Huntington Beach, I had a client who wanted personal training. Now, my gym wasn't a personal training gym. It was a large group training and semi-private training gym. I did all group. There wasn't any one-on-one. But this one guy got referred to me because he had some like specific mobility things and like whatever. He liked me, and so he ended up doing personal training with me. Now, this guy would do 5 days a week of 90-minute training sessions, which is huge for a personal trainer, right? So I'm making, I think I was charging $125 an hour or something. So I was getting almost like $180 a day for that whole period. So I just remember that I got something in the neighborhood of like $4,000 or $5,000 a month in cash. He paid me in cash. It was amazing. That I would get per month from this one client. And the thing is that me having that one-on-one time gave me the cash flow that I needed nothing from the business, so I could just keep reinvesting the business's money to grow.
But the question in this point is, how do you get that client? Because if he came to you and asked, I need a one session with you, probably is a little bit easier. But if someone is not looking for you, it's more difficult to get that single client. So in my case, if I start searching for someone to sell a service of $4,000, would be more difficult in my case.
Faster. And so a lot of people have this fear around like, oh, it's not scalable. It's like it doesn't have to be scalable. Like when I speak to business owners, they have a lot of limiting beliefs around charging a lot of money or selling their time. And so I want to drive this point home and give you a lot of reasons to show why it is superior, especially when you're starting out, to sell your time one-on-one.
Okay, point 2. Why start with one-on-one? Okay. With one-on-one. Okay.
Even if it is unscalable. So let me kind of sell you on this. So the number one is that you will learn more from fewer high value clients. All right. And if you're around those higher value clients, you will work with better people and it will shift your belief set about who really is in the market, right? Like if you've ever struggled to sell a $50 membership as someone who has, it's insane when all of a sudden someone's like, here's 15 grand. You're like, what just happened? 15 grand? That's $3,050 sales that I'd have to make in order to get 15 grand. That's how absurd that is. But when that happens again and again, it shifts how you see money and what services you think about creating. The next one that people get hung up on is like, well, I don't want to sell my time because selling your time is what poor people do. Let me learn you some stuff, all right? Which is every single person on planet Earth earns money per hour. They just don't necessarily.
Okay.
Necessarily denote it per hour. But all you have to do is take what you made last year, divide it by 2,000, and guess what? Voila, you have your hourly rate, which means you worked 40 hours a week, assuming you work 40. And so even if you work project-wise, you spent a certain amount of time on that project and you were remunerated, little fancy word. You got paid based on that work. And so even something like an investment where people are like, well, you know, investors don't trade their time for money. Of course they do. Because you think, oh, Warren Buffett bought this company. He just wrote a check and then that was it. He was done. But what we're not taking into consideration is the amount of analysis that he does on macro markets, the amount of research that he's doing on a regular basis, the 1,000 other deals that he did all the
Okay, wait. Speaking about to sell a very expensive product or a very cheap product, I'm speaking right now to you, the only viewer I have. What would you choose? A very cheap or a very expensive product? In my case, because I have no experience, I will choose a very cheap product. But I would like to know what would you choose? Okay, if you can drop it in the chat, will be okay, and the reason why. I'm just curious.
Intelligence on then to say no to only decide to do this one deal. So when you take all of that work in aggregate, for sure he's working. Now after he makes the investment, assuming he has no effort inside of it, which isn't always true, but assuming he had none, then at that point he would get increasingly larger returns, but still on a fixed amount of time that he put in. So the proof point is you live in time and you earn money in time, which means everyone has an hourly rate. And so the idea here is that as long as the thing that you sell your hourly rate for is more than you currently own, you will make more. Next.
Okay, that's very important.
That you sell your hourly rate for is more than you currently own, you will make more.
Okay. As long as the thing that you sell your hourly rate is more than you currently own. Then you will make more. You Make. Okay.
Next point. When you are doing one-on-one, especially in the beginning, you have significantly more flexibility in delivery. That means because it's one-on-one, you can change things on the fly. And also, when you have fewer clients, you can make these kind of quick iterations. So this kind of relates back to the first point of like, you learn a lot faster when you can just have these tiny little pivots. You don't have to change these systems. You don't have to retrain staff. You don't have to look, you don't have to recode. You don't have to have the scalable solution fixed perfectly. It's a great way to beta test ideas. The next one is that because you can still cap the time that you choose to spend with clients, you can still make sure that you're allocating as much time as you need to do everything else.
Okay.
To spend.
Fix the time period per client means you control capacity. Okay. Per client. Okay, right now I notice that I don't see the counter. Okay. I already see the counter. Only 24 subscribers, bro. That sucks. Measure control.
And with clients, you can still make sure that you're allocating as much time as you need to do everything else. And one of the big lessons that I've learned in terms of making more money is that when you have demand, cut supply. And so when you cut supply, what does that do? Why is the acquisition.com logo two concepts? Leverage, which is a fulcrum, and then a supply-demand curve. Because those are, in my opinion, the two most powerful concepts in business. And so when you have supply and demand at work, which we do, the reason it was powerful. And so when you cut supply, what does that do? Why is the acquisition.com logo two concepts? Leverage, which is a fulcrum, and then a supply-demand curve. Because those are, in my opinion, the two most powerful concepts in business. And so when you have supply and demand at work, which we do, the reason one-on-one is so powerful is because the supply is so contracted, so fixed, it's so small. And so it forces, as long as you don't have limiting beliefs, which is why I'm trying to make this for you, it forces you to raise your price. And so the next one, and this is controversial, you make the money. Nobody else does. If you trade your time for the money, you have 100% margin. It's fantastic. Now, some people are like, well,
that's absolutely true in my case. You trade time for money, bro. It's as simple as that, bro. Okay, that's a very good reason to sell a very expensive product, especially in my case that I sell a service that requires a lot of time, a lot of work. In my case, I make funnels, so that requires a lot of work, bro. You need to search for different, how do you say that? Different ways to do the same thing, because if something doesn't work, you need to find another way to do that thing, and that requires a lot of time because I make a lot of research. What is other people doing? What, an example, if I made a video and the video for some reason doesn't work, I need to search for other people, what are they doing right now, and I need to make a research and optimize the funnel, and that requires a lot of time, and it's very I just want to say that requires a lot of time, bro. Okay, 0 viewers right now. Point number 5. If you trade your time for the money, if you trade your time for the money, you have a 100% margin. %100% margin. Your time for money, you have a 100%.
Hey, if you trade your time for the money, you have a 100% margin. It's fantastic. Now, some people are like, well, hey, my hourly rate. It's not though. You're awake. Your hourly rate is the food that kept you alive. That is your hourly rate. Beyond that, the rest of it goes in your pocket. And so what people lack consideration of is like every business can have 5 one-on-one clients. Now, when you're like,
okay,
every business
that's very
can have
important.
5 one-on-one clients. Now, when you're like, how would I do this in a lawn care business? Well, it's just who's going to be your account rep. You can say some people get your cell phone and some people get the account rep's phone. Who's going to lead who's going to actually design the whole garden? Is it just one of my guys or is it going to be me? There's always an opportunity to make yourself the super premium version of whatever it is that you have. Now, here's a fun one. I want to break this belief because I know the next one that comes up, which is, it's still just not worth my time. Bro, it is worth your time if I give you $1 trillion. And so the idea here is not, is it worth my time? It's you have to fix the price so that it is worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it or think to yourself, well, no one would ever buy that or no one would ever spend that money or I think someone would be crazy. Not, is it worth my time? It's you have to fix the price so that it is worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it or think to yourself, well, no one time if I give you $1 trillion. And so the idea here is not, is it worth my time? It's you have to fix the price so that it is worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it or think to yourself, well, no one to fix the price so that it is
fix the price
worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it. Time, it's you have to fix the price so that it is worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it or think because I know the next one that comes up, which is, it's still just not worth my time. Bro, it is worth your time if I give you $1 trillion. And so the idea here is not, is it worth my time? It's you have to fix the price so that it is worth your time. Not you would begrudgingly do it or think to yourself, well, no one would ever buy that or no one would ever spend that money or I think someone would be crazy. Fine, let them be crazy. Let people live a little bit. Let them be wild. Let them be a little spicy. If they want to pay you more money, you should give them the opportunity to do so. That's the point here. Now, what else happens when you have a super high ticket, unscalable, premium, one-on-one experience? You lift your entire brand. Because if you charge $10,000 an hour, something absurd, doesn't matter. And the thing that you have is $100, you can then have a very natural narrative of, listen, a lot of people can't afford to work with me one-on-one. That's totally cool. I've taken the lessons I have here and I put them in a scalable format for everyone. It literally increases the perceived value, not just from the anchor effect, but from the narrative, the association, the branding that occurs as a result. That's the point here. Now, what else happens when you have a super high ticket, unscalable, premium, one-on-one experience? You lift your entire brand.
Okay. You lift your entire brand.
Because if you charge $10,000 an hour, something absurd, doesn't matter. And the thing that you have is $100, you can then have a very natural narrative of, listen, a lot of people can't afford to work with me one-on-one, and that's totally cool. I've taken the lessons I have here and I put them in a scalable format for everyone. It literally increases the perceived value, not just from the anchor effect, but from the narrative, the association, the branding that occurs as a result. Because even if you charge that and no one ever buys it, they still assume, because that is the narrative and that's what you put in front of them, that big price tag, the value associated with it, still gets transferred to a degree to...
Okay, now we speak about the association. And Alex Hormozi speaks a lot about that, what people associate you with, or like if you are in a gym and only upload videos on the gym but never speak about gym, but always upload a video on the gym, people will assume that you're a coach or something like that, and that's a very big association that makes the brain. And it's very important here because if you sell a very expensive product, the people will assume that your product probably worth what you are selling for. So that's a very interesting concept.
The lesser thing that you have that might be scalable. Every business can do this. Like, this is the action step before we get into like tactics on like how we can make something be perceived as more valuable.
You always wondered why that app didn't exist. Now you can make it. Meet Replit Agent. Want a custom workout plan? Make an app for that. Have a great idea at 2 a.m.? Make an app for that. Need to run an analysis? Or learn with your kids? Make an app for that too. This isn't just making apps. This is your imagination unleashed.
Another
The action step is this. Just have the price listed wherever you sell. And if you don't list it anywhere, say the price when you offer. And here,
okay.
wherever you sell. And if you don't list it anywhere, say the price when you offer.
Okay, that's very important because when I do offers for other business owners, I just make the offer but never tell the price. And that's a very huge mistake because people don't know how much worth what I'm selling. And I just make offers and I make videos speaking, you can fix this, you can make this type of funnel, you can make more videos or do your videos like this, offer your product this way. But when I made business proposals, I never put a price to my service. And that's very important. And right now, I notice that it's very important, bro. So I will take notes about that. Just have the price listed wherever you sell.
Offer. And here's the thing that people mess up about this. You must confront the high price. You have to confront it. If you just say like, oh yeah, working one-on-one with me is like $10,000. But anyway, what most people want to do is, no, in order for an anchor to work, you have to allow the prospect to make a full consideration of the decision, which means you have to say, hey, would you like to work with me one-on-one? It's 10 grand an hour, right? And that's, I think, the highest likelihood thing that I can do to help you get to where you want to go.
Sure. In that point, when I offer and I go to a call, I never offer the price, bro. I only explain. In my case, very a few times I made a call with a client, but when I made the business proposals, I create a mirror and work on that mirror. And that on the Miro app, I made a business proposal speaking what type of funnel can they use, but I never offer a price.
Now, the thing is at that point, what do?
Really, I never offer the call. Just send the message, send the video, and my problem was that I never offer a call for my service, to offer directly my service for a certain price, like $1,000. That never happened in my case, and that was a huge mistake that I was doing.
We shut up. We let them talk. Why? Because talking might result in them saying yes. And if they say yes, you get money. That's amazing, right? And so we're at this point. Right now, if they then bulk, you say, don't worry, I'm going to pull out a couple of the components of this and give you this thing that has 90% of the elements of this first thing, but it's significantly more scalable. How's that work for you? They're like, oh my God, thanks so much. This sounds amazing. This is exactly what I need. And they buy. But the thing is even if, and let me do the math for you because this is important. Let's say you have a $100 thing and you have a $1,000 thing. And let's say of the 100 people, 10 of the 100 are buying the really expensive thing. So 90% of people buy the $100 thing. What does that do to your business? Guess what it does? It doubles the revenue of your business. And not only that, all of that incremental revenue, the stuff that came from those top 10 people, is 100% margin. So let's say that on your 100, you make 40% margin. So you're actually making $40 on those 90 people. So you're making $3,600 in profit off of 90 of your 100 buyers. Now of the other 10, you make 10 times 1,000, so you make $10,000.
That was a thing that I learned when I was at ATV, Aumenta tu Valor, program that I pay, and I learned a lot in that program, but I don't think that worth what they are selling for. But okay, it's not a problem. But I learned that you need to have a low ticket and a high ticket. So if the people that don't buy the high ticket will buy the low ticket, and that's very important because you can make more money that way, and then you can offer to level up to the high ticket program that you have.
So you actually make 3 times the profit on your expensive thing and 1 times the profit on your cheaper thing. So 3/4 of what you make comes from this thing. That's why people miss it, is they don't get the math behind it. You have the expensive thing because even in tiny, tiny volumes, lots of zeros still add up. And so if you're getting started, I would strongly recommend, even if you have a scalable thing, even if you're on school, you have a community, you charge $100 a month, whatever it is, have something that's $1,000 a month. Have something that's $10,000 one time. Have it up there. Just make it available. And so I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay. That's okay, but I disagree. Okay, I agree, but I disagree in some point because what most people is doing right now is sell a course or a mentorship that don't really worth what they are selling for. So most people offer you a mentorship and say, I'm making 10K a month and I offer you this mentorship that teach you this skill, that teach you how to be a growth operator, how to be an appointment setter, a closer, but they don't really make money through that business model. They do money selling courses, selling mentorships, and that's the thing that I don't like because they don't have experience. The difference between they and Alex Hormozi is that Alex Hormozi has experience because they had so many gyms and work with that gyms and then offer one-on-one mentorships. That's the difference. But a lot of young people like 17 years old is offering you mentorship, a course, but they sell a certain ability and teach you a certain ability, but they don't really make money that way. They say, I have the Lamborghini, I have the Ferrari, but the truth is, I got those things through selling courses, not through the ability, and I don't want to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So in my case that I offer a service, I rather choose to offer my service with a very expensive price, but not offer a mentorship or a program. I don't say that all the people that make mentorships are doing the wrong way, but there are a lot of people that is doing it wrong because they don't have experience and they don't make money through that business model that they teach you. And I buy a lot of mentorship courses. I buy mentorship to learn to build funnels, and was very expensive. But most of the content that that specific course have was free on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube with a very quick search, and that's the truth. Don't really worry that. So that's the reason why I want to change that and give everything I learn right now for free, because you can buy a $3,000 mentorship and you will learn a lot. Okay, you will learn a lot, but don't really worry it. And I rather choose to give it for free than to sell a mentorship that is not okay. It's not okay because most people don't have experience and don't make money, don't make 20K selling or doing that specific skill, but selling you a course to do that specific skill. And that's not okay, bro. And what that's the reason why I decide everything I learned from this life, from videos, from courses that I bought, I will give it for free, completely for free.
Different frames to working through this. The frame number one is, what if we charged 10x or 100x more than your current thing? What would you include? Just go crazy with it. Just think.
No, bro, I don't know trading, bro, but I want to learn, and probably in the future I will buy a course about trading and give it for free. But in that moment, I don't really want to start a mentorship. I really want to give everything I learned for free.
If instead of $1,000, if someone gave me $100,000, what would I do? Just write down everything you would do and then look at the cost of doing all those things. What you'd be amazed by is many of the things that you have these ideas for don't actually cost that much. And so cross out the ones that have hard costs and then look at what's left and then say, well, I think I could do that. And then we ask the question, would you be okay doing that for $1,000 or $10,000? You might say like, well, yeah, for 10 grand, I would do that. Make it available. The second way to think about this is, if I had to make a service or a product that was only grown off of word of mouth alone, and all you have is a service or a product that was only grown off of word of mouth alone, and all you have is this one customer in front of you, and the only way that you will be able to get more customers is if you get that customer to tell their friends about your stuff. What would that customer's experience, what would the service, what would the components of the offer look like if that was the requirement? Write down all of that stuff. And if you're willing to do that for a higher price, present it. An amount greater than zero will say yes. And I'll give you a third frame. This is different than the other two, but I think that's still very valuable when you're thinking through how to make something more valuable. If we had to take everything out of it that is unscalable, but we have to make it worth 10 times as much, now how do we do it? So this gives you 3 different intellectual attack vectors to think through the value creation for making your more expensive, one-on-one, unscalable thing that in many times will make you more money, especially in the beginning, than your less expensive thing. And the other part of this is that it makes for great marketing. One, because you can say, hey, this is one of my clients, one of my private clients, one of my individual clients. And what that does is people are like, oh, this guy must be a little bit, has more authority, right? On top of that, when you this is different than the other. An amount greater than zero will say yes. And I'll give you a third frame. This is different than the other two, but I think that's still very valuable when you're thinking through how to make something more valuable. If we had to take everything out of it that is unscalable, but we have to make it worth 10 times as much, now how do we do it? So this gives you 3 different
Okay. 0 viewers right now. Okay, no problem. To take everything out of that. Now how do we do it? Number 3. If I had to make a service or a product that was only grown of a word of mouth alone. That was only grown, that was oh yeah, okay. Number 1. What if we charge 10 per or 100 per more than your current name? What would you do if you had to take everything out of it that wasn't scalable, but we have to make it worth them as much? Now, how do
Intellectual
we do it? Okay.
attack vectors to think through the value creation for making your more expensive one-on-one unscalable thing that in many times will make you more money, especially in the beginning, than your less expensive thing. And the other part of this is that it makes for great marketing. One, because you can say, hey, this is one of my clients, one of my private clients, one of my individual clients. And what that does is people are like, oh, this guy must be a little bit, has more authority, right? On top of that, when you share the learnings from those quote private clients, it gives you marketing material to actually talk about, right? And where do you think your best case studies are gonna come from? There. And so you're gonna get amazing case studies, you're gonna have amazing marketing materials in terms of the learnings and lessons that you're gonna have. And then one of the things that I personally prefer is that these people are way cooler and they will be people that you actually end up being friends with that you like. And they're the ones who actually shift your worldview because you actually will spend more time with these people than all of these people. And that will shift you in the correct direction. Now, let's deconstruct value in a tactical way so that we can take that in the correct direction.
Okay,
Now, let's deconstruct value.
Point number 3. Framework. And point number 4. Tactics for high-end clients. Okay.
value in a tactical way so that we can take the 3 frames that I just gave and do even more with it. Here are the 2 steps, very straightforward. Pick the right avatar. Do not try to make your unscalable, expensive thing and then think about the person who's currently buying your thing for $100 and think, what would this $100 person be willing to spend $1,000 for? Do not think that. Likely, the person that's going to spend the $1,000 is a different person. So you have to think about that person, not the person underneath. Next.
Okay, that's very important because when you are running a business, you need to create your avatar. You need to visualize how looks like the person you are selling to. In my case, probably will be a business owner. I visualize my ideal client, my avatar, as a business owner like 20 to 45 years old and that have a business that is making around 1,000 month and it's making $1,000 per month. And can scale his business more. Probably that's my ideal client, my avatar. And I can help that avatar. I can offer a service to that specific avatar to scale their business beyond $1,000 per month to $5,000 per month. I know it's possible in social media if we create a funnel and a specific product and create an avatar for that specific product, we can go beyond $5,000 a month. And that's my avatar, a person between 20 and 45 years old that have a certain product, a very cheap product like $200, and is making like $1,000 a month, and want to scale beyond $1,000 per month. So that's my ideal avatar. I write a whole script about it. Let me show you in this page. Notion. Target. I write a whole script about who is my avatar, what my avatar is looking for, and the possible problems that my avatar have or had in the past. And then
Once you have this
with that avatar, then I can create a product to sell to that specific avatar.
They have the money, they feel the pain, they're easy to reach, right? Then we have to think, how can we describe their pain more accurately than they can describe it themselves?
Okay. Point number 2. How can we describe their pain more accurately than they can describe it themselves?
And so the big hack, and this is also new with some of the AI stuff that's out there, is go into the books that people are buying in your niche and then extract the reviews and then get the quotes that are specific to their pain. And so one of the really interesting things about copy is that if you can articulate someone's problem better than they can, they will inherently believe that you can solve it. So this is what we're talking about.
What a powerful,
they will
bro.
inherently believe that you can solve it. So this problem better than they can, they will inherently believe that you can solve it.
Okay, I will take notes about that. They will they will really believe that you can solve it. Friendly. Okay.
So this is when we're talking about the dream outcome. It's like, make sure we're talking about the right avatar, about what they really want in the way that resonates with them specifically. Because pain and persuasion only exist in the specific, never the vague. And if you do this successfully, their pain and your description of their pain can be a better motivator of persuasion and action than a greater promise.
This is actually a secret right now, so you're hearing this first. You're now going to be able to automate conversations.
So how do we then reverse engineer what someone actually wants? They don't really want your time. They want to buy an outcome. Now, why is one-on-one a valuable vehicle? Because the perceived likelihood of achievement when you do something one-on-one in an unscalable way actually goes through the roof. So if I had a meal plan that I gave you as a PDF, or I said, I will talk to you one-on-one every day, the outcome is still I want to lose weight. But the likelihood that they're going to get there is going to be significantly higher. The likelihood, the ease, how easy it is for them is going to go up. And all of these components play with one another. So that's the outcome side. Underneath of that, we have perceived likelihood of achievement, which I touched on briefly within the vehicle of one-on-one. But within this case, your reputation over time acts as almost an implied guarantee. And the nature of the delivery also has some level of implication that they're going to get the completeness of you. And so as long as they believe you are competent, number one, and two, have strong intention to help, the likelihood that they believe that giving you money will help them get what they want goes really high. And so that's why I like one-on-one. That's why I like unscalable. And to be clear, just cap it. It doesn't mean you have to do it all the time because that will get in your way long term. But in the short term, it can allow you to live on this and then cash flow all the growth. And so this is me giving you kind of like the bootstrap strategies to growing a big business is like be willing to take 5-10% of your time, charge 10 times more, and make enough income from that you can take all the other money and go aggressive, go on the offense with it. So third one is speed. Now, if I had to pick one aggressive, go on the offense with it. So third one is speed. Now, Now, if I had to pick one thing that I could do to maximize persuasion, it is speed, or the inverse, latency. How do I decrease latency? How do I increase speed so I can make sure the outcome happens as fast as possible? Because latency beats magnitude 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. The reason that this is important is that it will motivate someone's action to buy more than just about anything else. So you're not going to sell someone who's wealthy on how much money you're going to save them. You'll sell someone who's wealthy based on how much time you're going to save them even more. Because money has an implicit value. Their time is the one that over time will become significantly more valuable than money. One of the things that anyone can do to sell that expensive thing is just take whatever the delivery time you currently have is and cut it in half, cut it in 2/3. And if you have a one-on-one service or a higher tier service that should add the growth. And so this is me giving you kind of like the bootstrap strategies to growing a big business is like be willing to take 5-10% of your time, charge 10 times more, and make enough income from that you can take all the other money and go aggressive, go on the offense with it. So third one is speed. Now, if I had to pick one thing that I could do to maximize persuasion, it is speed, or the inverse, latency. How do I decrease latency? How do I increase speed so I can make sure the outcome happens as fast as possible? Because latency beats magnitude 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. The reason that this is important is that it will motivate someone's action to buy more than just about anything else. So you're not going to sell someone who's wealthy on how much money you're going to save them. You'll sell someone who's wealthy based on how much time you're going to save them even more. Because money has an implicit value. their time is the one that over time will become significantly more valuable than money. One of the things that anyone can do to sell that expensive thing is just take whatever the delivery time you currently have is and cut it in half, cut it in 2/3. And if you have a one-on-one service or a higher tier service that should add a 0 or more, you can just say,
that's a very important and
you will always be first in line. When I have a new thing, you'll be the first.
Speaking about time, how much time will you save them?
First one to see it. Whenever there's an emergency, you'll be the first to respond. I'll pull someone off a job to come to your house. All of these things are about speed. Those things, like, think about the vectors of value. The higher the number, the more done for you, the more turnkey someone expects something to be. This is how you reverse engineer ease. You go through the customer experience and you take a note every time you have to do something. Now you might find out that in order for someone to get the outcome that you want, they might have to take 10,000 actions. And so then what we do is we systematically go and reverse and delete friction point by friction point, actions that they need to take. And so this is the process of making an exceptional product. Now, it might cost you more money to make this product, which is why you charge more money for it. So if you have...
Okay, wow, bro. I learned a lot, bro. Okay, if you have more money, you can optimize your service, and if you can optimize your service, you can offer more speed to save them more time. Okay.
There's technology that can automate some of this, but for many services that exist in the real world, which 70% of people or 80% of people in the US, at least are service-based businesses, then you're going to spend some more money. Now, here's the magic of this. Well, some of my business relies on other vendors or other parties. Guess what happens when you charge 10 times as much? You can pay them more to prioritize your customers. And so this allows you to make your own priority ring on top of that, that allows you to consistently outcompete competition because you pay your vendors, you pay your partners better than anyone else does because you have this service tier. And so the TLDR, big picture, is that no matter what, no matter how many customers you have, if you simply make a 10 times more expensive offer, you will have a percentage likelihood that is greater than 0 that someone will buy it. And when that happens, you will be reinforced for doing so, and I think you will actually see how powerful adding 1, sometimes 2 zeros to your price tag really is. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Charge more money.
Okay. Very interesting video. I think that all the video was around selling an expensive product, but I don't feel like they speak about how to sell a cheap product, because a big part of business sell a cheap product and what they do. Okay, if you sell a very expensive product, you have a lot of benefits, but I still have my question. What happens if you don't have customers? What happens if you can't find clients? That's my question. How do you find clients? Because the thing that I was making was this: I enter on Instagram, I looking for someone like no. Like this guy. I think that this guy already have a product, because helping you master calisthenics. In my case, I go to message and I make them a proposal, a business proposal, and I first say a story about this guy and make a question like, to what gym are you going? Or something like that. Or which gym are you going to? Or you can give me any tip for this specific routine. You can give me a specific tip for this routine, or which gym are you going to? I don't know. are you going to? Then I sent this question that is very personalized, that feels that I really watch his content. In fact, I don't watch his videos, but I need to make him feel like I watch his videos. Then I send this message. With this message, he feels like I saw one of his videos, and I just wait to answer my question, and then I offer my program. My program now, the opportunity to start a program with that. I offer my service. I can help you to create a mentorship or a course, or to reach more people and teach them to do calisthenics. But I can, but it's difficult for me to offer $1,000 service to someone that don't know me, and I'm not the best in the industry right now. I think probably in the future, in 1 year, I will be the best in the industry. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but I hope so. But for now, I think that I need to learn a lot. And why would you buy me? Because right now I'm no one. Why would you buy me? And then, but what I do is when they answer my question, I analyze their profile and make a personalized software for them, and then I build a funnel for them, and I say like, you can do this, you can do that. I go to mirror, and in this part I create an offer, what they can do, how to do evergreen or whatever, and then I send them the offer, the business proposal to work with them and create a program or sell a product or whatever. But I have a very few answers, bro. Okay, I still have a lot of questions, but I also have a lot of answers from Alex Hormozi. Was a very good video. I learned a lot. Oh, okay, wait.
So I switched to Whisper.
So if you're broke or you don't know what business to start, by the end of this video,
Alex has just stepped me through his blueprint to make any business work and make you $1 million business. From opening gyms.
Okay, probably I will see this video tomorrow. Today write a lot. I learned why the best option if you are starting is to sell a very expensive product, but I still have the question, what happens if I start selling a very cheap product? See, I will DM other business owners. I think if I want to make $1 million, I need to make business proposals. Okay, no. One lesson that ATV teach me was you don't need to go offering, you don't need to ask questions like if you were a customer. You need to ask questions like if you have authority. Because when you go as a customer, people answer your question and try to sell you. But because you go like a customer, but when you go like when you go with authority, people say, okay, I will hear you. What you can offer me? Okay, they say, what can you offer me? I'll see. Probably. Okay, then I will search for another next. Bro, will you video? Oh, 2026. I don't know if this message is gonna work, but I will try, bro. I will try. Probably this guy. 4,000 followers is not enough. Because if we want to sell a product, okay, I think that need to have more followers. Okay. Okay, I already have an idea. Okay, what do you start with? Okay, probably this message could work. This might work, I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay, no. Very few followers, bro. Johan Calisthenics, 7,000 followers. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I can't message this account, bro. Okay. Helping people market and foster DM coach for. Okay, probably he already have a program, but I will try. Okay, I will search for another account. Message. Okay. Okay. I still have a lot of
So if you're broke
questions.
or you don't know what business to start, by the end of this
Es posiblemente una de las decisiones más importantes para tu negocio. Tu decisión clave es la
in 2016, I had $1,000 to my name, sleeping on a gym floor, $90 or $10,000. Just make it
I
available.
will
But somebody
rewatch
give you
this part because I don't understand at all this part.
three different frames to working through this. The frame number one is, what if we charged 10x or 100x more than your current thing? What would you include? Just go crazy with it. Just think, if instead of $1,000, if someone gave me $100,000, what would I do? Just write down everything you would do, and then look at the cost of doing all those things. What you'd be amazed by is many of the things that you have these ideas for don't actually cost that much. And so cross out the ones that have hard costs, and then look at what's left, and then say, well, I think I could do that. And then we ask the question, would you be okay doing that for $1,000 or $10,000? You might say like, well, yeah, for 10 grand, I would do that. Make it available. The second way to think about this is, if I had to make a service,
Okay, wait.
what's left, and then say, well, I think I could do that. And then we ask the question, would you be okay doing that for $1,000 or $10,000? You might say like, well, yeah, for 10 grand, I would do that. Make it available. The second way to think about this is, if I had to make a service or a product that was only grown off of word of mouth alone, and all you have is this one customer in front of you, and the only way that you will be able to get more customers is if you get that customer to tell their friends about your stuff. What would that customer's experience, what would the service, what would the components of the offer look like if that was the requirement? Write down all of that stuff. And if you're willing to do that for a higher price, present it. An amount greater than zero, we'll say yes. And I'll give you a third frame. This is,
Okay.
just make it available. And so I'm gonna give you three different frames to working through this. The frame number one is, what if we charged 10x or 100x more than your current thing? What would you include? Just go crazy with it. Just think, if instead of $1,000, if someone gave me $100,000, what would I do? Just write down everything you would do, and then look at the cost of doing all those things. What you'd be amazed by is many of the things that you have these ideas for don't actually cost that much. And so cross out the ones that have hard costs, and then look at what's left, and then say, well, I think I could do that. And then we ask the question, would you be okay?
Okay. For the first. Okay, perfect.
Okay doing that for $1,000 or $10,000? You might say like, well, yeah, for 10 grand, I would do that. Make it available. The second
Okay. Make it. Okay.
is, if grand, I would do that. Make it available. The second way to think about this is if I had to make a service or a product that was only grown off of word of mouth alone, and all you have is this one customer in front of you, and the only way that you will be able to get more customers is if you get that customer to tell their friends about your stuff. What would that customer's experience, what would the service, what would the components of the offer look like if that was the requirement? Write down all of that stuff. And if you're willing to do that for a higher price, present it. An amount greater than zero will say look like if that was the requirement. Write down all of that stuff. What would that customer's experience, what would the service, what would the components of the offer look like if that was the requirement? Write down all of that stuff. And if you're willing to do that for a higher price, present it. An amount greater than zero will say yes. And I'll give you a third frame. This is different than the other two, but I think that's still very valuable when you're thinking through how to make something more valuable. If we had to take everything out of it that is unscalable, but we have to make it worth 10 times as much, now how do we do it? So this gives you 3 different intellectual attack vectors to think through the value creation for. But we have to make it worth 10 times as much, now how do we do it? So this gives
everything out of it that was unscalable, you have to make it work.
you 3 different intellectual attack vectors to think through the value creation for making your more expensive one-on-one unscalable thing that in many times will make you more money, especially in the beginning, than your less expensive thing. And the other part of this is that it makes for great marketing. One, because you can say, hey, this is one of my clients, one of my private clients, one of my individual clients. And what that does is people are like, oh, this guy must be a little bit, has more authority, right? On top of that, when you share the learnings from those quote private clients, it gives you marketing material to actually talk about, right? And where do you think your best case studies are gonna come from? There. And so you're gonna get amazing case studies. You're gonna have amazing marketing materials in terms of the learnings and lessons that you're gonna have. And then one of the things that I personally prefer is that these people are way cooler and they will be people that you actually end up being friends with that you like. And they're the ones who actually shift your worldview because you actually will spend more time with these people than all of these people. And that will shift you in the correct direction. Now, let's deconstruct value in a tactical way so that we can take the 3 frames that I just gave and do even more with it. Here are the 2 steps, very straightforward. Pick the right avatar. Do not try to make your unscalable, expensive thing and then think about the person who's currently.
I already understand that. I'm really tired right now. I learned a lot today. I will apply this to my business. But for now, I think I will play Pac-Man. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Second try. Okay. Wait. Okay. No! Fuck. Okay. Bye-bye. Fuck.
Currently buying your thing for $100 and think, what would this $100?
Okay. I got it. Okay. Bye. Okay. Wait. I didn't. Phantom. Okay, wrong. I don't know why I didn't need to find them. Bye bye. Next level. Okay. Here we go. Bye bye.
Person be willing to spend $1,000.
Okay, what happened? Okay. Okay, it's not war. Okay. Okay. Need to be faster. Okay. Bye. I will take the ones that are very far first. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Good job.
For. Do not
Game
think that.
over,
Likely,
bro.
the person that's going to spend.
Game over. One last try. Just one last try. Okay. Wait, what's happening? Okay. I believe in me. I don't fucking believe in me. No. I fucking believe in me. I believe in me. I can do anything because I believe in me. Okay, hop up. Turning my priority. Okay. Bye. Okay. Have the advantage. I can do it. The ones that are near to the center are the most difficult to get, so I will take that first. And the ones that are more for, I will take the ones that are more far from the center. Then I promise. Okay, no problem. Game over. Game over, bro. Game over.
$1,000 is a different person. So
No viewers, bro. No viewers. How can I get more viewers, bro? Okay.
If you don't understand the rules of power, you will certainly lose to someone who does.
we got 32.7 million views on
Oh, one viewer, bro. One viewer. Yo. I was playing Pac-Man, bro. And you missed it.
on
I was
YouTube this
playing
month.
Pac-Man,
Here's
bro.
how. So I posted 35,000 pieces of content this year. We did a
And I lose like 4 times.
$100 million book launch for $100 million money models in 72 hours, so 3 days. We did over $100 million in sales. The issue that most people struggle with is that you're making not
Okay,
enough.
now I choose this video because I need a very powerful strategy for my social media, because right now I only have one viewer, bro. I only have one viewer, and that's not enough to make $1 million. I need more viewers.
Enough content,
So-
number one, and the types of content that you're making are not attracting the types of customers you want. The
I will watch this video of Alex Hormozi strategy, how to grow on social media.
promise that I have for you today is that
Strategy
I will show
for
you a framework that I
2026.
have called SPCL, like special if you want, but it's how to build influence rather than how to get as many views as possible or anything like that. All right, but it's a four-part
Okay, wrong video, bro. Wrong video.
influence rather than how to get as many views as possible or anything like that. All right, but it's a
Okay, wrong video. Let's play one more time Pac-Man, and then I will watch this video. One more time. I believe in me. Okay. Okay, my last life. I believe in me. I'm the worst, bro.
four-part framework, and I want to
It's been like an hour or two, and I have no views and no new subs. Bro, that's sad, very sad, bro. Very sad, but I learn a lot, but right now it's hard because I'm not making money right now, and it's very hard. If you're seeing this in the future, this is very hard. It's very hard because English isn't my native language, and probably I say stupid things, and I make lives no one see. I post videos that don't get enough views to make money online. So this is hard, bro. This is hard. It's very hard if you are seeing this in the future. That's where we started, bro. That's where I started, bro. Probably I'm the one who is seeing this video. This is where we started, bro. I believe in you, I believe in me. But right now I have no views.
I'm gonna break down each of the 4 components.
Please tell me that a year from now I already made $1 million. Please. Okay, right now are 11 months, 28 days, and 2 hours remaining. And I need to make $1 million. I don't know what to fucking do, bro. I'm learning from the best, from Simon, from Alex, from Damardo, from everybody. And things are not working, bro. I lose followers instead of gaining. And I only have 25 subscribers, bro! Yo! Right now I have 25 subscribers. But why only show 24 subscribers? It's real time, bro. It's real time, but only show 24 subscribers. 25. But it's real time, bro. Yo, I get a new subscriber. Thank you so much. 25 subscribers. Updating live, but it's in live, bro. It's in live. I need to reload the page to see the new subscriber, bro. I'm really tired. Probably I will do a stream dreaming. That's what I do all the time, bro. Just dreaming. So stream dreaming until tomorrow
It's for you
morning.
so that you can think about how you want to.
Because right now I'm very tired, bro. I'm very tired, bro. I don't know what to fucking do, bro. Okay, I learned a lot, bro. What I learned? I learned that if I'm starting, I need to sell the better option is to sell a very expensive product. Okay. That was yesterday. Today is February 3rd, 2026. tired. I'm really, really, really tired, bro. I get no views, bro. No views, bro. But I have a new subscriber. Yo, yo.
Approach making content, all right, and building a brand in general. SPCL, these are letters and hopefully overhead cam works all right. So
I'm really tired. Let's do another thing. I don't know. I need to make $1 million in 11 months, 28 days, and 1 hour, bro. That's the time I have to make $1 million. To make $1 million. But really tired, bro. Okay, bro. Okay. No problem. Okay, let's do something else. Already learned, but I still have no viewers. So let's build a tower, something. Right, just a sleeping stream, I don't know. Wait. Let's try other things. $25 subscribers, 0 viewers, bro. Let's build a tower. Really tired. Oh, right now I have a new follower on TikTok. Yo, a new follower on TikTok. Yo, bro, yo. This is day 363 days left. Oh, I'm so tired, bro. So tired. I have no viewers. Bro, what I'm doing wrong? Let's play another game. Another game, cause I'm really tired. There are other games. Okay. I want to play. Okay. Ah, bro. Okay. Ah! Fuck. Okay. I still have 1 viewer, bro. Yo. I'm playing the snake game, bro. Okay, no problem. One more try. I can do this, bro. Okay, let's go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, bro. Okay. Another try. Okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay, easy, super easy. Easy. Okay, that was close, bro. Okay, 12, 13, fuck. 14, fuck, 16, 17. Oh. Okay. Good job. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Okay, it's okay, bro. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Good job. I'm relaxed. Okay. I got it. Okay. Okay. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky today, so okay. Okay. Okay, okay. 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 Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, no, damn. Okay, okay, one more try. This time I'll do it. Okay, more than 21. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
S P C L. So
Okay. 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 Damn. Okay. 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 Okay, no problem. No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay, 23, okay. Okay, okay. 24. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. 25. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. That was close. Oof, 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 oof. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Another. Okay, good job. I'm doing well this time. Okay, fuck. Okay, more than 25, okay. Okay, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 24, 24. 25. 26. Okay, bro, keep your promise. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30. Fuck. Oh, bro. Off. It's getting hard. It's getting hard. It's getting hard. Ah, damn! Whoa. Okay. Oh, was very stressful, bro. Very stressful. Okay. You make a promise. 37. 37. Okay. 26 subscribers. Okay. Thank you so much, bro. 26 subscribers. 2 new subscribers today. 26 subscribers, bro. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, bro. I know. Fuck. See ya, bro. Goodbye. See ya. Okay, it's getting hard. Oh damn. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 44. Okay. Oh damn. Okay, 51. 51, I'm tired. 51, bro. 51, 51, 51. And 26 subscribers, bro. Okay. Okay. No one's washing me. I'm tired. 26 subscribers, 26 subscribers, 26 subscribers, 26 subscribers. Damn. Day 3 trying to make $1 million. And I have no money. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. Oh, I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. Okay, probably I will do a video right now. Something like today is 363 trying to make $1 million. I'm live, I have no viewers, and I need your help. Probably something like that. Okay, today is day 3 trying to make $1 million. There are only 363 days left. I'm live right now and I have no viewers, so I need your help. So subscribe, please subscribe. Trying to make $1 million. There are only 360. Okay, it looks horrible, bro. Horrible. Okay. Today is day 360. Fuck. Today is day 3 trying to make $1 million. There are only 365 days left. Okay. Today is day 3 trying to make. Fuck. It's not working. I'm live, I'm live, I'm live. Zero viewers. I didn't know. Okay. Probably you don't see, but it's raining right now. It's raining outside. Okay, that's logic. It can rain inside, but it's raining. Zero viewers, zero viewers, zero viewers, zero viewers. Damn it. Probably probably I will still record it while I'm asleep. Zero viewers. Six subscribers. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. I will read this book right now. Acquisition.com Volume 1 100 million offers. How to make offers so good people feel stupid saying no. Start here. Oh, bro, I'm really tired. But I need to make $1 million in just 363 days. What I can do right now. Okay. If you don't know what to do, study. If you already know what to do it. If you are doing it, keep doing it and never stop. So, I will study. Start here. Okay, I will read Alex Hormozi book. Let's. Okay, let's see. You can see this right now. I'm reading Hormozi's book right now. Okay. But you are also going to hit some. Okay, so the difference between baseball and business, however, is that baseball has truncated outcome distribution, When you swing, no matter how well you connect with the ball, the most runs you can get is 4. In business, every once in a while, when you step up to the plate, you can score 1000 runs. This long-tailed distribution of returns is why it's important to behold. Big winners pay for so many experiments. Jeff Bezos. Nothing. Gamblers. Gambling, our hard money and labor, inventory, rent, marketing, all with the hopes of at least her payout. Oftentimes we lose, but sometimes we win and we make. However, there is a difference between gambling and business. Gambling in a casino. In a casino, the odds are stick against you. With skills, you can improve them, but never beat them. In contrast, in business, you can improve your skills to shift the odds in your favor. Simply stated, with enough skill, you can become the house. Okay, that's very important. With enough skill, you can become the house. Here, Alex Hormozi is speaking about the difference between a casino and business. And they explain, okay, not just difference, he explains that in business you are playing like in a casino, gambling in business. But the difference between
So what do these
gambling
actually
in
stand for?
business
All right.
and
So number one.
gambling in a casino is that you can become the house. That's the main difference and one of the most important points. Okay. Please, Alex. Please, Alex. Wait. Please, Alex, give me your wisdom and explain me how with your book, The Bible of Business. Okay. Reading the Bible of Business. Zero viewers, I still have no viewers, bro. Damn. I could not talk about any other topic without first addressing the offer. The starting point of any conversation and section with a customer. What you send for their money. That's where it all begins. This book is about how to make profitable investors, how to turn $1,000 into enormous profits using a combination of pricing value, guarantees, and naming strategies. I call the proper combination of these components a grand slam offer. Okay. Page number 2. I choose this term partially. I'm taking a half quote from Amazon for Jeff Bezos, and because like a grand slam people, a grand slam offer is both very good and very rare. Additionally, to extend the baseball metaphor, it takes no more effort to make a grand slam offer than to start out. I'm really tired. I still have 26 subscribers, bro. 26 subscribers. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why it's damn. I have trouble with lights. Okay, I have problems with electricity, but okay. No prob. Okay. No viewers.
One is status.
Wait. I'm sorry. Fuck you, money. Fuck you. Subsequent books in the series will look more deeply at getting more customers, converting more prospects into clients, making those clients work more, and other lessons I wish I had learned earlier, scaling my business. Okay? Interesting. Pro tip. Okay, so close. Okay. Productive, faster, deeper learning by reading and listening at the same time. Here's a life hack I discovered a long time ago. If you listen to the audiobook while reading the ebook or physical book, you will increase your reading speed and retain more information. That's an interesting tip, bro. So interesting. The content are being stored in more places in your brain. This is how I read most things for reading. If you want to give it a try, go ahead and grab the audio version and see for yourselves. You might find it as valuable as I have. As someone who struggles to stay focused, I took 2 days to read this book out loud and record it. I figured I'd put this hack at the beginning of the book so you had a chance to do it if you found this first chapter valuable enough to earn your attention. Okay, probably I will try that. I still have 26 subscribers and 0 viewers, bro. Well, okay. How we got here. Section 1. The ugly truth. How we got here. Magic will find those with poor hearts, even when all seems lost. Morgan Rhodes. I think that I will continue this book tomorrow. This is all for today. No one's watching me anymore. So this was day 3 and 363 days left to make $1 million. I will continue tomorrow reading this book and learning more and posting more videos until I finally got viral. So see you tomorrow. One life, one shot.